This is Patrick from Yoga Garden. On the screen is Takako Hamada, one of our senior teachers, and today we're going to take a close look at Sun Salutations. The most important part of the salutations is linking the poses with the breath, so let's explore that a little bit here. Starting with the back bend, take a big in-breath. You're going to feel a lot of pressure against the diaphragm. That's good, that's healthy, breathe against the pressure. And on the out-breath, try to time the exhalation so that your hands just touch as the breath finishes. Breathing in and breathing out again. Take a strong in-breath, both legs back in the same breath. Exhale once again, timing. Breathing in. And a soft out-breath, move into dog. Don't just power your way into dog, make it gentle. As you hold dog, try to feel how we don't just breathe at the front of our bodies. We use our backs, the sides of the body expand. Try to feel a 360-degree breathing. As you breathe in, step forward. And out breath, both legs. Breathing in, and gently back to mountain pose. I can't stress enough that breathing is the most important part of the salutations, and any yoga pose for that matter. Now let's take a look at the fine details within each of the steps of the Sun Salutations. This time we're looking at Takako from the other side. First pose, mountain pose, is not just standing. This is actually a quite complicated pose. The first thing you want to do is check your feet. Make sure that your toes are active and strong, lightly gripping the floor. Next we're going to move up to the knee. In mountain pose, try to avoid locking the knee tightly. What you want to feel is a gentle engagement of the muscles above the knee. It's a little hard to see, let's get closer. You can see right now, Takako relaxed the knee, and she's going to engage right there. So the idea is to be in between floppy and locked. That's where you want to be in mountain pose. And of course, important feature here, lifting the buttocks. This is going to help your spine attain a natural curve. Moving into the back bend now, be careful that you're not compressing any one part of the spine. You want a gentle, even curve. Try to avoid a pinching feeling in the lumbar, especially. From here, using the hips, coming into the forward bend. Let's watch that all together one more time. Exhaling, you can see the power is coming from the hips, not being forced with the back. Breathing in, looking up, stretching the backs of the legs, and exhaling again, this time a little deeper perhaps. And from here, stepping back, one leg at a time. I prefer a very gentle, controlled step back. This helps you find your center, uses the core and the arms, and it's also a great preparation for future jumping styles, which you might want to do. From plank pose, keep the core strong and come down gently. I like to think of it as a controlled fall more than anything else. In Cobra, like most of these types of hands on the ground poses, you want to spread the fingers as wide as possible. This will give you a big base from which to push off of. Right here, Takako is demonstrating an error that a lot of people make, which is having the elbows too far away from the back. You can see right there how she pulled her elbows in. This will allow you to access the deep, strong muscles of the back rather than the shoulders. Tucking the toes. Exhale, coming into dog pose. Let's look at that a little bit closer. Watch how the hips and the shoulders work together to move into the pose. You don't want either the hips or the shoulders to dominate that movement. It should be one smooth action. Now that we're in downward dog, be sure to stretch your fingers just like we did before with Cobra. Aside from feeling really good, this has been shown to activate the lymphatic system, and it also gives you a good place of power to push into the hips. A lot of people, when they try to go deeper in the pose, end up squeezing their shoulders like you can see there, kind of pinching the shoulder blades. It's not very comfortable and doesn't really help the pose, so just relax. You can see Takako floating her neck up. There's no need to pinch or push with the shoulders in this pose. Next, we're going to look at the feet. Takako is demonstrating kind of lazy version here. You can see the toes are a little slack. There's not much space in her arches. So she's going to lift up again, and this time as she comes down, keep the toes strong, slightly gripping the floor. Try to find some space in the arch of her foot. This is a great way to understand how dog pose really works. Take a look at Takako's legs and back. Right now it's making kind of an upside down U. As she takes the pose deeper, you can see the U becomes more of an upside down V. Feeling this V shape is the key to downward dog, not touching the ground with your heels or getting your butt high in the air. One of the great things about Sun Salutations is that you can tailor it to fit your needs. So if your hamstrings are tight, you can spend more time in dog. If your lower back is stiff, take your time in cobra. If you want to work on arm strength, come down really slowly from plank. It's up to you. And stepping forward. Let's watch that again. The step forward should be smooth and controlled, like the step back, using the core to lightly place the foot on the ground rather than thunking it down. And exhale, we're ready for the next round.